Hey, so today I'm about to go over how you could have made some cheese in the market today. So people be overcomplicating this shit, but bro, shit not that hard, gang. Alright. If you can like put the pieces to the puzzle, you feel me? So let's just go ahead and get into this shit, man. Show y'all what I do and what the hell I look for when I trade. Hold on, let me share my screen right quick, gang. Try to mention nobody. I bet. I bet. So cool. Now, typically, what I like to see in the market is wherever I feel like the market is going, like let's say if I feel like the market wants to push higher, right? I like to see sell side taken first, and then I like to enter on the way up, if that makes sense. If that don't make sense, it's all good. I'm gonna go over that and what I mean by that. Um, okay. So for an example of what I just said, I'm gonna before I even get started, I really want to mark out my 9:30 open. Or matter of fact, since we're on an hourly, I'm gonna mark up my 9 o'clock opening, right? So this blue line represents 9 o'clock, right? 9 o'clock is a very important time, really more so 9:30. But what happens before 9:30 is very important. And I learned that if you pay attention to what happens before 9:30 and what the market is doing before 9:30, you'll always have a right sense of direction in the market, right? So before 9 o'clock, aka, well, not even aka, goddamn it, before 9:30, before 9 o'clock, okay, I seen the market going up. So a lot of people struggle with market structure shift, which to me is like very crucial to even be a trader, to even call yourself a trader. So what I like to do, man, fuck y'all, Train View. I'm be real with y'all. Y'all some pussy ass niggas, gay. Cause for one, I literally just bought this subscription. It logged me out, and I guess I logged back into an old account, and it took my subscription away. Think like, bro, I paid for it, gang. It's, you hear me? I just, it's whatever. Hold on, this shit not even let me. This shit not even letting me down exit out of this shit, bro. Hold on, damn. Let's just exit out this shit right quick. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, when my screen pop back up. So I don't know what the hell going on. I ain't gonna lie, I hate HP. Y'all ass. Like y'all suck. Okay, so basically I like to I already have my 9 o'clock marked up. If I'm just so happen to be on the markets way before 9, I don't trade. I just sometimes get on early just to see what the market doing. But what I like to do is I kind of like to draw zones at my swing points. So obviously, this swing point doesn't matter anymore, just due to the fact that I already can see what the hell happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Price basically over here, price failed to break above. So basically, this was a liquidity sweep just to push lower to go higher. But fuck all that. That doesn't matter. What matters is really this area to me. Um, I say that because we see what Price did. Price made a significant move. It closed above this high or s- this we could say we just go ahead and call this resistance, all right? Cause that's all this shit is, bro. All right. Mm, mm. Cool. So we seen Price basically. Matter of fact, here we go. Basically broke above this resistance, right? And we closed. So I'm already bullish, okay? But the only way I can confirm that if I'm bullish clearly and fully is if we come back down and retest this level of some way, you feel me? Or create some kind of um higher low, which we did, right? Which we did before 9 o'clock, right? So that there's my bias. All right. It's nothing, it's nothing to it. Just go with what you see, right? So again, before 9 o'clock, there also was a 1 hourly gap that got respected, right? Damn. Oh, my shit just off, bro. Hold on, y'all. This hourly imbalance gap, fair value gap, whatever the fuck you want to call it, got respected. Um, so mind you, like I said once before, this is all before 9 o'clock. So I'm bullish, right? Bullish bias. So let's pull our market profile up. So what a market profile is and how it helps me is just helping you identify what's going on in each session, right? So I got my bias. Let's just see what's going on during my session. Once it opens up. Sorry, y'all, my fault. So New York session opens up. Matter of fact, we open up right here, right? I'm gonna actually make this green so that like, you know what I'm saying? It's not confusing anybody, but let's just use green for go for open, right? We open. So another thing that I've realized I do better with, right? If I'm bullish, I want to see some kind of sell side taking first before I'm actually able to even really say that this okay, this is a real move. This is the move. This is what actually happening, right? So, mind you, okay. And what I mean by sell side, right? Sell side is nothing but stop losses um from people having their stop losses placed at these lows. So Um, let's just do this a different color. I'm gonna do this a different color. I'm gonna do this. Alright. So let's just use let's just use let's just use white. Matter of fact, let's just use red. And I'm gonna make the type text red. right? I'm gonna put sell side. And I just don't understand why the hell this shit keep going to the left. Like, put that bitch to the right, bro. So this is basically helping me have a confluence on I'm in the right direction, right? This is just one confluence, right? And actually, matter of fact, this is actually influence number two because one, we open, we tapped into this 1 hour imbalance while taking out orders, right? Sell side liquidity, which is just money, right? People that thought this was the real move, placing their stop losses below these lows. And in reality, it's not the real move, right? We came back down and manipulated lower. So yeah. So I seen that. I'm like, okay, cool. That's second confluence after we take out sell side. That's number two. Number three for me is my entry. How I like to enter is off of 5 minute order blocks, right? So not really gonna get into order blocks. Um, yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I see something right quick. I'm just trying to see if I can see a 3 minute order block. Um, I mean, you can disqualifies as one to me. This one right here. So basically, an order block is just the last bearish candle before the bullish candle. So um, this is a bullish candle. The last, sorry, sorry, fuck, my fault. This is just basically the first candle before the move down, right? People say last, but you know, it's really first because this was the first candle that printed before this move. But you know, it is what it is. So we got a bullish block, right? So this was my entry, right? This is where I'm confident at, right? So what this basically means, where we went from a sell program and now we're entering up into a buy program, right? So what I'm going to do is look and see and wait for price to push back into this level, right? Um, there was a fair value gap here, but it didn't get tapped into. But that's cool, right? That's cool. Um, I'm gonna mark that out. So I marked that out. 3 minute imbalance. We have three confluences now that the market is more than likely to push higher. Right. We tapped into a 1 hour imbalance. Right. We took out sell side liquidity while tapping into this imbalance. That's two. We now have a bullish order block. That's three. And we also respected this order block. Now, if you didn't trust this order block entry, that's cool. You could have entered again at this next order block. It's respecting order blocks, right? We did have a fair value gap here, but price didn't do a lot of retracing today. Not in the beginning. I mean, we consolidated like shit. Where we're actually consolidating now. Um, but anyways, even if you didn't trust this move down here, you can always wait for the second move, which is really not bad, bro. You can really still catch that second move and still eat. Like a lot of niggas be trying to bottom tick moves and shit, bro. I used to be that lame ass motherfucker, bro. That shit don't matter, gang. As long as you can have a constructive um entry and just trade with the fucking market, bro. You see the market going up, wait for some kind of liquidity to be swept, enter. I just have a fucking bias, bro. Like that's the key to this shit. So, um, now we see our entries. Where the fuck are we gonna exit? Right? If you look to your left, matter of fact, let's take all this bullshit off. All you have to do with this shit, bro, is look to your fucking left. What is there for us to target, bro? We have hella highs over here. We have one high, two high, three high, four. We have four different swing points over here, right? So you have exits, right? You have this exit, this exit. These are equal highs over here. You know what I'm saying? Um, so how I feel about my exits, as long as I can get my 3 RR, I'm cool. I don't have to catch the highest high, bro. So let's say let's zoom back in. I know it's a lot of shit going on this chart, but you know, it be like that sometimes. So let's just say I entered at the first entry, right? I ain't gonna lie, that's a big ass fucking line. I don't know why that shit is fat as hell. But let's say I entered on that order block entry, right? The first order block entry. And I want my stop losses. I don't like to have them too wide. I like them to be reasonable, and I like them to make sense, right? If this is truly bullish, I don't want to see it break below this candle's close, right? Okay, all right. So right now it says a 1 to 3, right? And I like to chase. I'm not even gonna say chase. I like to make 1 of 3s. So I will hold and see which TP can get me a 3, right? Not the first one. I probably would put my stop loss at break even here just to make this a risk-free trade, just because our TP is a little far away, right? Our final TP is a little far away. Hold on, what is that? Okay, we had a two. We had a two, which means if I was to risk $100, I'll be up 200, right? So let's keep going. Maybe the next one can get us that three. We're like, okay, no, okay. So maybe it's the third one. Okay, cool. Is this offering me a good risk to reward? Yes, right? So that's why I kind of like to have my TPs marked up beforehand, but I just didn't do that in this video. But yes, to me, this is a very, very, very much so A plus move, right? So this is what an A plus setup looked like to me. Okay. Um. Now, if we was to chase, I don't know why the fuck I keep saying chase, bro. It's not good to chase shit. If that shit showing you is not gonna deliver what you like, it's not worth it, bro. So let's see if I see anything else. Okay. I don't see anything else to the left. So what this would mean for me is when that second entry gives me an entry, I kind of like to have a tighter stop loss, just due to the fact that we've already taken out these highs, right? Well, no, we didn't. I'm lying. I'm sorry. Um, it's just because we're more closer to the only highs, it makes more sense to have a kind of tighter stop losses due to the fact that we may push back lower. So, okay, cool. So let's say I entered on the second entry, right? My stop loss for here would be this fair value gap middle entry before, like, I can't explain this shit, but it's like the middle candle, right, of a fair value gap. So you got this candle, you got the middle candle, and you got the final candle. So I like to kind of put my stop losses at the middle candle, right? Because if market is bullish, obviously I don't want to see price go any lower than that. All right. Now sometimes you will get wicked out, but fuck it, hey, it's part of the game. As long as I'm correct on the directional standpoint, I don't give a damn. Right. And that's also why I like to chase. That's why I also like to take one to threes, right? So this beautiful fucking move, right? And then you wouldn't even have to be in this move for too long, right? But hey, A plus setup, man. Today was beautiful for real. This is a plus setup game. But that's it, y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all tonight in the Discord. We will be going live on Zoom. Um, just chop it up with y'all. You gonna goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Have a fantastic rest of the fucking day and just chill and talk about trade and talk about what's going on in the markets. But that's it. That's all I got for y'all. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Bye.